York. Is there a problem? Another one?
Central's picking up some unusual activity at the New York Museum of Art. Looks like a break-in. It's all stolen artwork, recently recovered from a personal collection of... Deadpool?
That Harlequin is an art thief?
No. Red Skull is the art thief. Deadpool is more of a... kinda like... You really need to see for yourself.
Good luck, kiddo. You're going to need it.
Caretaker. Are you sitting in with Carol?
Oh.
Any intel on our museum thief? Let me guess. Captain Mayo in the archives with a candlestick.
Hydra Mystic in the warehouse. No candles. Whatever Hydra is looking for, it seems they have yet to find it.
Just don't let them find you.
You the new guy?
Huh?
Sorry, the new fully customizable, heroically upgradable monster masher? Wisecracking anti-hero. Merc, very occasional hero. Whatever. I'm adaptable. Spin me off, it's a big franchise.
Stop talking.
Are you here for the statue too?
What statue?
The one my very mysterious and very scary client from somewhere in very Eastern Europe wants me to steal back from the guy who stole it from him? It's the Circle of Crime.
That one?
Well, Jimmy, my frickin' chungus. Yeah, that one. Hands up, pants down, ladies and gents. This is a robbery. I'm sorry, have we met? Aren't you... Sloth? No, Sylvia. Cindy?
Please kill him.
Sin, that's it, of course, Sin. Granddaughter of Redhead. I mean Skull, whatever.
No.
We never seem to have much luck with these stealth approaches.
I have yet to participate in one that was actually quiet.
Quiet is boring. I'm almost never... So, not terrible for me sometimes.
Try not to get wiped out by Hydra flunkies while you're mouthing off.
Not dying is actually a key part of my strategy.
Lilith herself could not best me. What makes you think you will fare any better? Some for the rest of us.
I'm gonna get ya!
I'm impressed. You're stronger already.
Insert catchphrase here! I'm gonna stab you so bad for that!
Time for the real thing.
I have spotted enemy reinforcements.
I'd love to hear who hired you to steal that artifact if you're feeling chatty, and I know you are.
Wait, you aren't the usual lady in my ear. Who is this?
Carol Danvers? I'm Captain Marvel.
It's finally happened!
Always happy to meet my fans.
Step right up! Take Stacking them deep today! Are we excited? Pretty colors!
Following enemy movement. That won't be enough. Hydra's in control of the situation. Finally, it's my turn. Support units on the move.
I need to stop taking jobs from mysterious internet strangers. This could have been dangerous.
This internet seems like nothing but trouble.
But there are so many adorable puppy videos, not to mention all the not safe for work stuff.
Don't even ask, Hunter. expected, but at least he can fight.
Step away from the artifact.
Click!
Did you just say click?
Yes, I did. For emphasis. Now hand over the statue.
Fool! Do you know what?
Monologue-free zone here. It's in my contract. Sorry. Now, respect the click and hand over the... Whoa. Big click energy. I like it. Want to help me kill some Nazis?
Hydra aren't Nazis.
Potato frittata.
What they have outlives their usefulness to me.
See? I had your back.
Right. Where is Sin? And the statue?
The level designer says she went that way.
Why betray her own people?
Maybe she appreciates a plot twist? You first. Is this a mole man thing? Please let this be a mole man thing. Cause you know I'm the biggest mole man fan. Uh-oh.
It would seem Hydra and their mistress have escaped with the artifact.
Is this like one of those monkey's paw things? I say mole man, and the universe gives us off-brand vampires?
They're vampires with a Y. It's a whole... Don't ask.
Wasn't gonna. So, is there some special way to dust these critters?
Beat them before they eat you?
Bet you can't guess how many times I've heard that.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
With extreme pressure. Sorry, babe. It's not you, it's me.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Somebody call the meat wagon.
defenses.
Where's Blade when you need him? Technically, aren't these things his cousins?
No relation, as far as I know.
Word of advice: never suggest Blade is like other vampires.
Oh, we've met? He did not appreciate my humor.
You were too weak for this fight. Your mother abandoned you.
Now that was something.
Bad luck, friendo! It's about time! More goons? Oh, you shouldn't have! Really?
Heard you got an annoying problem down there. And also vampires.
Hey! I was just saying we could use the help of an actual expert here.
I'll bet. Shouldn't be any bloodsuckers left in that part of the city.
They appear to be some sort of man-bats of both the white and blue subvariants. The dorsal
They are new breed vampires, both immature and fully developed.
I don't like that at all.
Thanks for calling, Blade. Super helpful. With extreme prejudice. Why is that so fun?
The light is on our side.
Ah, very refreshing.
All who serve will approve.
Don't worry.
These vampires are a problem. At least we know how to handle them.
Without that statue, not even a sparkly hole can cheer me up.
Is this about your very scary client again?
When he finds out how royally I botched this mission, or worse, when he finds me, I'll be...
Deader pool?
There it is! You go, new guy! And by that, I still obviously mean the new, fully customizable...
Come back with us to the Abbey.
No.
The magical wards will protect you.
No! Hell no!
You can hide there. Help us track down Sin.
No!
Fight off the vampire infestation.
If you insist. Look, Ma, I'm gonna be DLC!
Thanks, Hunter. You're literally a lifesaver. I'll just lie low until my job is done.
Does your job always require you to steal art?
If that's what the client wants, sure. Most of the time, it's making people sleep forever. The forbidden nap, if you will. Mercenary work is a grab bag of awful stuff, and it rules.
Well, it is certainly a way to make a life for yourself.
It's not all sunshine and kittens, unless the job is at an animal shelter.
You hurt small creatures?
No, I only hurt people. Puppies have never done anything wrong.
Hurting people does not bother you?
I don't get paid to be bothered. I get paid to be cool and steal priceless artifacts.
The statue being one of them?
Stealing things isn't my usual jam, but money talks, and I sure love listening.
Can you tell me more about the statue?
Do I look like some sort of artsy-fartsy hipster to you?
I am wondering why it was important to you.
Because looking at it made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
You and Sin were both after the statue, so it must be valuable.
It's valuable to my client, and that's enough for me.
Your mystery client, who you will not tell me about?
Not unless I want to be on the receiving end of his punishment. Normally, I'd be into that, but he's too scary.
Scary how?
So scary that I took a magical portal to a stranger's house in order to stay away from him.
You are welcome to stay at the Abbey for as long as you need.
I'm gonna leave a Deadpool-sized impression on the couch. That's where I'm headed, unless you still want my attention.
I have questions, if you do not mind.
Sounds like somebody hasn't looked me up on the internet. Shoot.
How come I have never seen you without the mask?
It's physically glued to my face. If I try and remove it, my skin peels off like gum stuck on the bottom of a shoe.
That sounds unpleasant.
The mask helps hide what's going on under here. It ain't pretty, and I don't want to make people barf just by looking at me. That's not as fun. Or I can be honest and say there wasn't the budget for it. You pick whichever one sounds better.
I find it hard to believe you are ugly.
Hey now, I never called myself ugly. This is to protect the softies who can't handle what peak male hotness looks like.
What is your special ability? I have not seen it yet.
Just 'cause I can't shoot lasers or pick up and yeet a bus doesn't mean my power is invisible. Wait, unless I can turn invisible now. Hold on, let me try. Nope, still only got my super regeneration.
Regeneration? You are able to heal quickly?
My healing factor can basically bring me back from anything. No hand, no body, no prob. My cells are always regenerating.
That is incredible.
Makes the life of a merc a lot easier when you literally can't die. Sounds good on a business card, too.
Can you tell me more about your katanas?
Oh, the girls? I'm so glad you asked. They never get any attention. Guns are so impersonal. I like using the old hack and slash approach with these puppies.
I also use swords. Using them takes much skill and strength.
I might not look it, Hunter, but I'm as skilled as hell swordsman. We should dance sometime.
With our swords or with each other?
Both.
Can you tell me about how you got the name Deadpool?
My mouth is special, Hunter. I say all kinds of words with it. That's kind of my shtick.
I do not understand. We all have mouths. What does it mean?
It means I talk a lot, hence Merc with a mouth. I crack jokes and break the fourth wall so much that I may as well be the Kool-Aid Man.
Who were you before becoming Deadpool?
I was just a normal dude, except I had terminal cancer. Then I went through an experiment that was supposed to cure me, but surprise, it didn't. Instead of dying, I got the diagnosis of living forever because of a big oopsie done by bad people who turned Wade Wilson into this guy.
Wade Wilson?
Oops, that's me. Well, before all that crap.
It sounds like you have dealt with a lot, Wade.
Oh, don't even think about it. I have a badass superhero name for a reason!
Before we came to the Abbey, you said you were going to be DLC. What does that mean?
Deadpool living comfortably. But you know what it means.
What?
What?
I misspoke. Talk later, Deadpool.
Stringing me along? How cruel. Next job I take has got to be on a boat. International water means no rules.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody. I know we're all stretched thin at the moment.
We're all here for you, Robbie. We know this is important to you.
But we should move things along. I know what you're all thinking. You thought Blaze was a major league asshole.
Whoa, I thought Professor Xavier was the mind reader, Logan.
Quiet, you. Anyway, Blaze. Yeah, he wasn't nice. But it's not a nice world. And sometimes you gotta be that way to get things done. And he really got a lot of things done. So, you kids remember that. You won't always be so fresh-faced and innocent.
Thanks, Logan. You said it better than I ever could. To be honest, I really struggled with what I was gonna say. Because I used to worship the flaming ground Blaze rode on. And then I met him. And safe to say, I didn't worship him so much anymore. Fairly certain I hated him. Right until he went and sacrificed his life to save mine. Johnny might not have been perfect, but at the end of the day, he was one of us. And I'm glad to have known him. To Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny
Johnny
Blaze. Is that it? Can we go now? Привет, Hunter.
Good girl, Charlie.
Hey, you. I'm tracking a new threat. What's ugly, hungry, and dead all over.
Vampires.
Yes, but an entirely new breed. Nothing I've seen before.
Is it the kind that fuse together, forming a grotesque, bloodthirsty abomination? With arm-length fangs and scales from multiple heads to toe?
Like a blood-sucking kaiju? That's a thing?
It is a thing.
Creepy. But this new breed is terrifying in a way that isn't so amalgamated. The new breed I'm tracking are, they're vampires.
I see. No, I do not. You already said they were vampires.
Vampires with a Y? Pronounced exactly the same as vampires. I suppose that was wildly creative for the 16th century monks who first cataloged them.
No, it is just confusing.
That's why I'm calling them new breed vampires to set them apart. I'll flag anything related to these latest bloodsuckers and send it directly to the mirror table.
Carol, you are...
The best? Yeah, I know. So, the team encountered some new breed vampires up close. Your thoughts?
As Nico says, I am not a fan.
Right there with you.
Sin's involvement concerns me.
Same. I'm still not clear on why some Hydra forces left with her, and others served as vampire food.
Agreed. Hydra is involved with the vampires. It is not yet clear how.
Don't worry. I'm gathering all the intel you'll need. Soon enough, we'll kick the new breed back into whatever hell they crawled out of.
What do we know about Sin?
Apparently, she's a vampire. A vamp classic, not the new breed. That was news to me. Before that, S.H.I.E.L.D. knew her as a decently competent Hydra luminary. Sin always got a ton of leeway because she's Red Skull's grandkid.
Red Skull?
The yin to Steve's yang. Founded Hydra, fought on the wrong side of World War II, and had a nasty itch for world domination.
Do you think Sin could be working for my mother?
She and Faustus used to fight like a sack of rats. Whatever her game is, Hydra as a whole doesn't seem to be a part of it.
How do classic vampires differ from new breed vampires?
These Zoomer vampires are more outgoing. They hunt in packs and don't seem to care if anyone notices them. They have similar weaknesses, sunlight still kills them, but not everything lines up. No need to invite them in, they're happy to smash through the door. Oh, and while they don't turn people into vampires, they can infect classic vampires who then serve as portable hemolisks for the new breed.
Thanks, Carol.
See ya.
Thanks, Carol.
See ya.
Is this another movie night? And if so, where is Nico?
It's not an official movie night. It's more of my way of saying thank you for being a friend. I didn't have many growing up. Wasn't exactly the popular kid, if you know what I mean.
Well, if it matters to you, you are popular with me.
It does matter to me. I know what it's like to be hated, so I'm especially appreciative of the ones who don't. In Transia, it was just me and my brother Pietro for a long while. We wandered from village to village, begging, doing odd jobs, scrounging by any way we could.
That sounds impossibly hard.
We survived. It's why we had to that was the hardest part.
Oh?
When I was a child, Transia was very poor. Our parents could find no work. One day, my father stole bread to feed us. A mob chased him into our neighborhood. I was terrified for him. I told them to stop, and half of them turned to stone. I didn't mean to. I didn't understand my powers or how to use them, but I got scared, and people died. But the worst of it, Father pointed at me and cried out, "Witch." And then he was part of the mob, and they were after me. Pietro grabbed me and ran, faster than any person can run. We realized we could never go back. We were different, and had to look out for ourselves.
I am so sorry. That must have been terrifying.
I thought I was going to be hanged or burned alive for the longest time. And for a while, I thought I deserved it.
Oh, Wanda.
I felt like my life was cursed with misfortune, heartache, and pain ever since. It wasn't until recently that I began to feel that curse lift.
What changed?
You. I met you, and you saved me. So, thank you for being a friend. Didn't know how much I needed one like you.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Pull up a stool, Hunter. Never too early to get caffeinated. Stark convinced me to put a shot of his new Stark Drive energy drink in my coffee.
Stark Drive?
Sure. It tastes like sweaty gym sock dipped in coffee, but at least it wakes you up. And if we're headed to Transia, I'm gonna need it. This thing could last 24 hours or 24 days. Hard to tell.
This group does not waste time. We will strike at Hydra and Transia quickly, and we will win.
Now there's a real rah-rah spirit I can get behind. I've got no time for long stays overseas. I don't like to pack a toothbrush, and my transient is pretty terrible.
It makes sense that Lilith would go back there. Back to her homeland, that is. Back to the source of her powers.
She's gonna be in for a real nasty shock if she's looking for home. It's not like the old days with the Knights of Wundagore riding around the place. Red Skull and Hydra did a pretty good job of screwing Transia up in every way possible.
No matter what the people of Transia have had to endure, they are about to endure much worse.
Poor people. That's why I'm loading up on caffeine. It's gonna be nasty.
It looks like the others are gathering now in the war room.
Yep, I'll head that way myself. Just need a few more sips of sweaty gym sock. I gotta talk to Stark about getting...
Did you sleep well?
Oh, sure. I can pass out just about anywhere.
Well, I hope the Abbey starts to feel like home for you soon.
You know what they say, home is where the unresolved childhood trauma is. I'm sure you've got plenty of that.
Everyone has scars from their youth. I am no different.
Being here doesn't cause you to, I don't know, dissociate?
What is that?
When you take a break from reality and shut the brain off. You should try it sometime.
No. Despite some unpleasant memories, I am still quite fond of the Abbey.
Ooh, someone should really write a case study about you. Don't worry about me, I love weird. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to explore all of the Abbey's nooks and crannies in great detail.
Focus, Robbie, focus.
Oh, unfocused blade. Point to Transia on the map. The map is not the terrain, Blade.
I have been watching you.
Like in a secret admirer or creepy kind of way?
You are very confident for someone who lacks self-worth.
At least buy me dinner before you peg me like that. Why are you calling me out?
Because I also act the same as you.
Careful. You don't want to be as chaotic as the pool. It's a lot to handle.
I'm serious. It is hard to maintain confidence in oneself.
You're an immortal badass. What's not to love? You ever heard the phrase, fake it until you make it? Wait a sec, of course you haven't. Basically, you pretend long enough, and then it sticks. It's the best way to trick other people into thinking you have your crap together. You don't do that?
Certainly. I think it is a very human thing to do.
Don't forget about the aliens.
Thank you for your insight.
Anytime. I love talking. All I'm saying is that we all have no clue what's going on, and I'm confident about that. That was so fun, I could die. You know me, I'm always game for distraction.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Task for...
Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. Sometimes, I even impress myself. I feel like I could automate this process and take myself out of the loop here. Another project?
Until next time.
I was told birds aren't real.
Let's do this.
No, you shouldn't have.
Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
Is there anything you can tell us about Transia that might give us an edge?
Transia is a country in trauma. Their borders could easily destabilize at any moment.
What's the latest intel? Just more evil. This should keep someone busy. If I had time, I'd take care of these myself. But I have been accused of hogging the ball before.
It's a deadly field trip.
You're the boss.
I'm here if you need me.
So, I read in your war journals, issue 47 to be specific, that you've been to Transia.
Is that a question?
More like a prompt. You know, to see if the journals were true, or if there was something you left out intentionally.
Ah, for intel.
Yes, definitely for intel. If so, war journal number 47.
Hunter, hello.
What are we waiting for? Let's hit Hydra hard.
So when you were surrounded by Hydra troops in that transient cemetery, did all that stuff really happen? Where you bounced the shield off the tombstones and took out like 10 elite troops?
No.
Oh, so you made it up?
No, I cut out the more unbelievable parts. Lots of redacting. Truth was way crazier.
I knew it!
Let's discuss. But first, the mission.
Right, the mission. Good call, Captain America.
You enjoyed calling me Captain America, didn't you?
Yes, a little too much. I'm kind of a big fan.